Hello students, by now you have completed the assignment to solve 24 questions in 30 minutes. You may have noticed that the test consisted of 6 topics with 4 questions each. This video, along with the companion videos, will show how I solved those questions. In this video, we will have the topics of literature and BR. This year, contestants can use a laptop and I will answer the questions with a laptop. The other 4 categories were recorded last year when the allowable device was a phone or tablet. So it will look different, but the search techniques will be the same. For the category of literature, first question is, in what city does Act 1, Scene 1 of Romeo and Juliet take place? I will start by asking the question, where did Romeo? And by the time I typed in Romeo, you can see Google made some suggestions for what I might be looking for. The first one on the list is, where did Romeo and Juliet take place? So I will click on that. The answer is Verona. Now you might say, how can I know for sure that this is the city in Act 1, Scene 1? Well, it is most likely correct, as you can see virtually the entire play was in Verona. But if you have solved all the other questions, this would be a good one to come back to and add in the Google search Act 1, Scene 1 to make sure it's the right answer. Second question. Which novel do many critics believe is somewhat autobiographical of the author who wrote This Side of Paradise? I will enter who wrote This Side, and Google's first guess filled in of Paradise. Click on that, and we see the author is F. Scott Fitzgerald. So I will copy his name by highlighting it and hitting Control-C. Now in the search bar, I will enter which book is autobiographical of, then use Control-V to paste his name into the search bar. The answer I get is This Side of Paradise. Well, that seems odd because that is the book in the question. But maybe the person who wrote the test was being clever, so I wrote down This Side of Paradise. Unfortunately, that is the wrong answer. According to the answer sheet, the correct answer is Tender is the Night. I am not a fan of this question because Fitzgerald had several books that were somewhat about his life. Oh well, I have one wrong answer and I'll just move on. Third question. Captain Ahab was in command of what ship? Okay, this one should be simple. A simple one search problem. Let's see if that is true. I will Google Captain Ahab and I see one of the suggestions further down in the list is ship. So I will click on that. The answer is Pequod. That was nice and quick. Fourth question. The book The Good Old Way, published in the early 18th century, discusses the decline of what religious sect's influence on American life? I am going to time myself as this question appears to be tougher than the others. Here I will be more wordy with my Google search and ask, what religion does The Good Old Way discuss? I scan the Google suggestions and I don't find anything that looks like the answer. One of the links includes the words 18th century, so that looks promising. But when I clicked on it, I see I can buy it on Amazon, which frankly is not that very helpful. I will try the question a different way. Already I feel that I've spent too much time on this question and all the searches is not showing me the answer. So I feel it's time to give up and move on to other potentially easier questions. By the way, the answer key says the answer is Puritans. If it is taking a long time to answer the question, your best recourse is to move on, and if you have time, come back to the question later. The next section is called BR. These two-letter categories have been popular over the years. You are looking for a two-word answer where, in this case, the first word begins with B and the second word begins with R. Let's try it. First question. What BR is a state capital city whose name is French for the red stick? Ryan, one of the students, had a great search for this. Google French for red stick. The answer is Baton Rouge, which is the capital for Louisiana. Second question. What BR is a clothing store that was founded by Mel and Patricia Ziegler in 1978? I will Google Mel and Patricia Ziegler. Scrolling down in the search results, I see the answer is Banana Republic. Third question. What BR was a Major League Baseball player who hit 714 home runs in his career? I will Google baseball player with 714 home runs. The answer is Babe Ruth. Fourth question. What BR is a condition that originates from post-decision dissonance after a person makes a large purchase but comes to regret it afterwards? I will start by Googling post-decision dissonance. It looks like I'll need to give it more information, so I add regrets large, and before I finish purchase, Google suggested it. So I clicked on purchase, and the answer is buyer's remorse. This video illustrates some tips for you on test day. Browse for the simple questions and answer them first. Then answer the remaining questions, but if you are spending too much time on a particular question, save that for last. If you want to see the answers to the other 4 categories from the 2018 test, you can find links to them in Google Classroom. Those categories are words, on the map, math and science, and museums. Until the next training, enjoy Googling.